Introducing the all-new Corolla.
The Hay Pay Plan calls for a $20,000 increase in pay for Guam senators from $65,000 now to $85,000, a 31% increase. Senator Mike Limtiaco believes that's too much.
And so, that has me quite alarmed, because when we go and look at the annual base salaries for state legislators throughout the country, putting us at $85,000 would put us second only to California. But more shockingly, when you look at the per capita costs of the number of people that our senators here represent as opposed to California, it's shockingly 216 times as much. So it's a number that I won't accept as a senator, and it's something that needs to be addressed.
And Senator Tommy Morrison today also came out against the proposed pay hike for senators.
I'm struggling with the fact that when I go out in the community, I see a lot of our families still struggling to make ends meet, and it's really unconscionable right now for me to accept a pay adjustment of that magnitude, knowing that this is happening in our community.
It's not just the senators who would get a pay increase. The current proposed plan would boost the governor's salary by $40,000, and the lieutenant governor would get a 29% pay increase.
We need to eliminate this position as a career path. We need to stop putting those mechanisms in place that entice people to make this a career path. Pumping the salary to $85,000, would put senators in the 1% earning category of those on our island, and we have all this unemployment. We have so many people below the poverty line. It's unacceptable.
The biggest pay hike would go to the island's mayors, who would see their salaries rise from $46,000 to $75,000, and vice mayors would get a boost from $42,000 to $68,000.
And when we see all of the issues that have been in the paper, have been in the news regarding crime, what could that money otherwise be used for? Can it be used to prioritize our public safety side? Can it be used for to prioritize our education as well as our healthcare? So we're talking about police officers, we're talking about teachers, and we're talking about nurses, and that's where we need to prioritize our government spending.
Education and law enforcement are frequently cited as priorities by the island's elected leaders, and starting teachers will be getting a pay raise under the proposed Hay Plan, about $10,000, taking them up to $34,000 for an entry-level teacher. However, Guam Police will not be getting any pay raise under the Hay Plan if it's passed, because they just recently got their full merit bonuses. At a news conference last month, officials announced that the full implementation of the merit bonuses would take the starting salary of a Guam police officer up to just over $26,000. These recommended salary increases came from the Department of Administration. Shane Nauta is the Personnel Services Administrator there.
Are you guys prepared for the heat that you're going to take for these recommendations?
Well, we took a lot of heat in 2010, and I assume there will be criticism and heat for this one. So, we're prepared. In a lot of our main concerns, a lot of our study focused around the classified employees, and I know there will be some questions and concerns raised with the classified employees. We're setting up a process to go ahead and deal with those.
But you stand behind these recommendations?
Yes.
And the methodology that you employ, you fully supports them, you believe?
Right, yes.
Just a day after the governor's Wednesday announcement proposing these salary increases, the public auditor released its analysis of the Guam Performance Score of 2.81, the lowest score among the 8 insular areas analyzed. GovGuam got unfavorable ratings on 10 of the 12 ratios measured, which the report concluded indicates the continued deterioration of GovGuam's financial condition.
This performator rating of 2.81 means what?
That GovGuam still has a long way to go to cure its finances. What is our basic problem? We continue to spend more than what we have taken in, and that has not stopped.
Communications Director Troy Torres says all the recommended pay increases will take effect by law on February 14th, Valentine's Day, unless the legislature acts to change the amounts. The next session is scheduled for Monday, January 27th. Kevin Kerrigan, PNC News.